Hey Dylan, I'm Hannah from Gold Life American Income Division. I spoke to you about the benefits through your group. Is Mary also there?
Yeah, she's here.
Awesome, great. So I have your benefits here. I really love the way that they have me using Zoom. It makes things go a lot faster. So don't worry, I'm not going to take up much of your time. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So let me go ahead and get started. And while I get this set up, I just want to learn a little bit about you really fast. How long have you and Mary been married for?
We've been going for 10 years in July.
Awesome. Wow, 10 years. So let's see, y'all have any kiddos?
Uh-huh. We get three.
Three. I see some baby stuff in the background. You have a little one?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Awesome. What are their names?
Trace, Gannon, and Hattie Mae.
Awesome. Those are beautiful names. Have y'all lived in Texas your whole life?
Oh, yeah. We were both born and raised
Okay.
Texas.
Awesome. Do y'all live by family?
Yes, unfortunately.
Let me guess, in-laws?
Oh, yes.
Now, I haven't heard of y'all's town before. Where are y'all kind of located?
We're in between Dallas, Fort Worth, and Midland,
Oh,
Odessa
okay.
area.
Okay.
Pretty much
Awesome.
right in the middle.
Awesome. Pretty dry there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I know you're dying to know. So let me tell you exactly why I'm visiting with you and what I'm going to do. My job is to go over the no cost benefits that have already been set up for you. Then I'm going to go over some additional benefits that you might qualify for. So, my company, American Income, works with over 20,000 different local labor unions, credit unions, and associations throughout the United States. And look, whether you like unions or you don't, the thing everyone agrees on is that they do have the best benefits. A big reason for that is because of their relationship with American Income for the past 60 years. So, as you can imagine, they have me running around like crazy. So, let me go ahead and get started and jump into those no cost benefits for y'all, okay?
Okay.
So, Dylan and Mary, your first no cost benefit is the Child Safe ID Kit mobile app, which is endorsed by the International Union of Police Associations. And I'm sure you know a bunch of families with kids, right?
Yes.
So, did you know that Texas actually leads the nation in abductions? And did you know that 93% of children that aren't found in the first 24 hours are actually never found?
No, I didn't know that.
That's why they decided to create the most comprehensive app of its kind to help find a missing child. So imagine if one of your three children went missing. Can you see how important this would be?
Oh, yeah.
So, being the endorsed company by the International Union of Police Associations, they're actually asking that you refer at least five families for this app. You mentioned that you knew some families with children. And everybody always wants to put down dozens of people, but let's just start with the people that are closest to you. Who's the first that comes to mind?
Let's do um let's do some of our friends here, Kevin and Peyton.
Okay, next.
And we'll do Henry and Lisa.
Okay, and the next one.
We'll do uh Carl and Stacy.
All right, who's next?
Um, let's do can I do like family?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do let's do Mary's sister, Tara.
Okay,
and that's probably about all I could think of right now.
Okay. Any other family members? Does Mary have any other siblings that you want to reach out to?
Uh, yeah, not at the moment.
Okay. Okay, great. So, what we'll do is we'll get this kit out to them as well. Okay. So the next no cost benefit is the AIL Plus discount card. How are your benefits through work?
They're all right.
Okay. So you're going to absolutely love this. I'm sure you know by now that you can't rely on your group benefits since you actually don't control them. And they could change at any time. So this no cost benefit would actually help with some of those gaps by giving you up to an 85% discount on things like dental, vision, prescription drugs, hearing aids, telemedicine, and chiropractic services as well. Now, your membership requires an annual renewal, and that's also at no cost to you. What we'll do is we'll let you know when it's time to renew. So you won't even have to think about it. People always tell me that they didn't think they would use this very much, but they actually find themselves using it all the time. And again, it's at no cost to you. So it's good to get that extra peace of mind. So you'll receive an activation email within the next few days. So be out on the lookout for that too. Okay. So this is the no cost accidental death and dismemberment certificate. Now, Joe, Dylan, this is a living benefit that pays you $10,000 for the loss of one hand, one foot, or even the side and one of your eyes, and then double that amount, so $20,000 for the loss of any two. Okay. Now, Mary, for you, this is a death benefit that would pay you $20,000 should Joe die accidentally. Now, I know that 20,000 doesn't seem like all the money in the world, and it's really not. But if Joe were to die, his paycheck would also die with him. And I imagine that would probably put a crunch in your budget, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So you can see how this would definitely help, right?
yeah.
Awesome. So let me go ahead and email your certificate for your records. And then you'll also receive a green certificate in the mail, and you're going to want to fill that out and completely send it to the PO box at the top to ensure that you're covered with that. Okay.
Okay.
So one more thing I need to do is put down 3 emergency contacts on here in the event that you were to die together in a common accident. It would be wise if they lived in Texas and that they were above the age of 18 and living outside of your home. Okay. So who's your first emergency contact?
Let's do her mom, Pam.
Okay. And your second?
Let's do my dad,
Okay.
Brent.
And then your third.
Um, let's do a buddy of mine, Trevor.
Okay. Awesome. So now when something happens, you're going to need our local office number. So can you grab a pen and a paper for me really fast, or your phone?
Okay.
Okay, so the office number is 832
Okay.
327 0800.
Okay.
And so your family gets the money that they're entitled to. I'm going to be calling your emergency contacts personally so that they know what to do in the event of a claim. So if you could please give them a heads up that they'll be hearing from me. In addition, if they choose, they'll also have access to this as well, thanks to you.
Perfect.
Now, Dylan, this policy is just on you. But the second part of this benefit is that you can extend this to your closest family members and friends at no cost to you or them. So how this works, let's say, heaven forbid, Trevor were to die in an accident. A $2,000 policy, just like yours, will also pay out to his or her family. Oh, goodness. Will pay out to his family at no cost to you or them. All you're doing is giving them the option to take advantage of this just like you did. And the ability to extend this is tied with my visit with you today. because of your enrollment period. So it is important not to prejudge anyone's situation and let them decide for themselves. Okay.
Okay.
Now, they give you 20,000 worth of this benefit, which means you can extend it up to 10 families. Now, obviously, your emergency contacts will already be included and taken care of, and that leaves you with 7 more. Okay, so let's see, we have Mary's mom, your dad, and your friend Trevor. Who else would you like to extend this to?
That's kind of all I can think of right now off the top of my head.
Okay, so it doesn't have to just be family. It could also be some other friends or maybe some extended family.
Um, no, that's about all I can really think of right now.
Okay, what about Mary's other siblings that you had mentioned earlier?
Oh yeah, we can do let's do her brother Jacob
Okay,
and then her other brother John.
okay. Who else?
Um, let's do my sister Lacey,
Okay,
and then that's about it. Everybody else, I wouldn't know if they even have the same answer or same number.
okay. Okay, so what I want you to do is Dylan, I want you to make sure that you give the families you extended this to, extended these no cost benefits to a quick call or text, letting them know that I will be calling them in the next few days. And as long as they have a heads up, that they're usually really happy. But if I do call them, they don't know who I am or why I'm calling. So sometimes they might get a little confused, and they could be a little upset with both of us. So please, please, please make sure and let them know. Can you do that for me?
Sure.
Awesome. So, Dylan and Mary, now I'm going to jump into reviewing the exclusive benefits that you must qualify for. All of the families that I see love this part of the program. It's why 20,000 different groups handpicked American Income to handle this permanent and portable benefit for the past 60 years. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the needs analysis software. The reason most people don't have the right coverage is they actually don't know what they need. Okay. So in a few minutes after I review this with you, you're going to definitely know where you're at. And I'm going to ask you a few questions to see where you're at. Okay.
Okay.
Before I do, let me show you my license and information here in the state of Texas. So, you know, I am a licensed professional to hand these kind of benefits. And before I jump into the survey, I do have 3 preliminary qualifications to review with you. Okay.
Okay.
So you must be a member of an authorized group or sponsored by someone who is, and we've got that covered today. Um, let's see. You must have an active checking account with a bank or a credit union. Do y'all have that?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. And before I go on, I just want to make sure that it's like a brick and mortar bank, not like Chime or Cash App or Venmo or something like that.
Yeah, we bank with Bank of America.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Okay. So before I go any further, it looks like the needs analysis found some gaps in your coverage. So I do have this mandatory read off letter for you. Let me show it to you. Okay. Tell me when this shows up for you. You should be seeing it right about now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So before I go any further, let me tell you about this mandatory read off letter. I'm just gonna summarize this for you, okay? Now,
Okay.
what it's basically saying is that if, as I'm going through the benefits, you're nodding your head, thinking, wow, these are some great benefits, and I can see why 20,000 groups approve this and why everyone's doing it, then I'm actually going to go ahead and ask you to apply today. Now, on the flip side, if I'm going through the benefits and you're thinking to yourself, you know, these really are some great benefits, but they don't feel any need for me. Uh-oh. So either way, yes or no, that decision does have to be made today during your service period, in fairness to all the other members waiting to enroll. So you'll see what they did is they actually set it up to be a no-brainer. It's going to be an easy yes or no. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. So whatever you decide to do, they actually want you to give your opinion in a Google review, which is sort of like my report card. I try to get a 5-star rating every time. So it's important to stop me if you do have any questions. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Dylan and Mary, you're going to stop me if you have any questions.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful. So, as you know, over the years, we go through contract negotiations, benefit changes at work. It's a give and take. And lately, it seems like we're actually paying a lot more, but getting a lot less. Now, the company has a labor advisory board of 50 international union presidents, whose main job it is to provide the best wages and benefits for their members. So from their feedback, along with the feedback from members like you, they actually came up with a list of concerns that applies to all working families, whether they're union or not. Okay. So
Okay.
the first concern is copays, deductibles, and lost wages. So health insurance pays the doctors, but members actually lose wages due to time off from work and out-of-pocket expenses. The second concern is funeral and final expenses. Many families don't actually have $15,000 for final expenses, and funeral homes usually want to be paid like right then. Okay. The third is paycheck loss. So when a member dies, their paycheck actually dies with them. Fourth is mortgage and rent. Families may actually use their homes after the sudden death of the family's breadwinner. The fifth being children's protection. And this benefits provided through a job. Benefits provided through a job are typically not permanent for children who can create a risk. Okay, so unexpected death, it can actually jeopardize the future of your children's educational opportunities for them. The sixth would actually be terminal illness, mainly cancer. So according to the American Cancer Society, men have a 1 in 2 lifetime chance of developing or dying from cancer. And for women, Mary, this is 1 in 3. So medical expenses are actually the leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States. Your seventh is group benefits. They're great, but they can also change at any time. So members lose benefits at retirement or if they experience a long illness before death. Your eighth one is affordability. The cost to take care of all these concerns on the open market is not affordable for many families, and waiting could actually increase the cost even more, or potentially a member may not qualify due to changes in your health. And the last concern is affordability. Now, to take care of all of these concerns, it's usually just way too expensive. And since we sit down with people that are making $7 an hour and some making $77 an hour, some are working tons of overtime. Some are retired, some are laid off. Regardless of the situation, they wanted to actually make this affordable for everybody. And the way this is set up, now, Dylan, let's imagine that your boss comes up to you at work and tells you that because things have been going so well, they would like to start paying you $41 or 41 hours instead of just 40. Now, with that hour, are you and Mary going to go get matching Ferraris?
No, probably not.
Are you going to like call your travel agent and book that dream vacation
No, probably not.
or start renovations on your house?
No.
No, of course not. So now on the flip side, let's say that work was getting a little slow, and your boss comes up to you and tells you that instead of laying you and some of your coworkers off, they would just send everyone home an hour early on Friday. So you would actually be working 39 hours instead of 40 hours. Now, with that 1 hour difference, are you going to have to cancel your phone service
No, probably not.
or your streaming platforms?
No.
No. So the idea is that 1 hour isn't going to change your lifestyle. And that's why they set it up this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how that 1 hour takes care of all of those concerns. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you again.
Okay.
So you had told me earlier, Dylan, that you were making about 1,500 a week. Okay. 1,475. Okay. So what we're going to do
Okay.
is we're going to switch this. Okay. This is going to be your current job. This is job A. And over here is job B. Okay. This is about a 1 hour's difference. So you can see job A, you're making 1,475 a week, and job B, you're making 1,435. Okay. So they took that hour that didn't mean much and they decided to put it towards something that would, which is handling these concerns in a very simple and straightforward way. Okay. So,
Mhm.
like I said before, health insurance and group benefits are great, but they actually don't cover everything. So, this program actually pays you up to $100 every time you go into a doctor, urgent care, or hospital for any accident or injury. Okay. Whether that's like a bump, a bruise, a bee sting, any accident like that. Now, it's going to pay you $200 if you have to stay overnight. Okay. And then it's going to double that $400 if you have to per day. If you have an accident, for intensive care, $400 per day for intensive care. So let's say that you have an accident and you end up in the hospital for 5 days. Now, for having this in place, it would actually pay you $1,000 tax free. Considering that you're not working and making money during this time, it'll help you take care of some of these bills. Okay. Now, on top of that, we talked about this earlier. On top of that, you'll get 10,000 for the loss of hand, foot, or the side in one eye, and then double that for the loss of any two. And the last part of this benefit provides an additional 20,000 to 100,000. Perfect. An accidental death benefit. Okay. Depending on the type of accident. So as you can see with your current job, you don't have any of this. Now, the next concern has to do with your funeral and final expenses. Okay. So there's actually a 100% chance that you will use this one. The Freedom of Choice certificate will take care of the financial burden. So your family actually doesn't have to. The FOC has already been set up with every funeral home in Texas. So, sorry, not just in Texas, all over. So your freedom of choice certificate is worth $30,000. Okay. And Mary's as well. Now, the funeral home director will simply call the number on the front of the certificate, and American Income will take care of everything for you, including sending the remaining money to your family tax-free. Now, they're using a permit benefit to fund your freedom of choice. That way it's there when and not if you ever need it. So, Mary, on the worst day of your life, can you see how this would make it a lot easier for you?
Yeah.
So right now you don't have anything in place for your funeral. Now, Mary, when something happens to Joe, you're probably going to miss him, right?
Probably.
Probably. But after a few weeks go by, aside from missing Dylan, what else do you think you and your family are going to miss?
Oh, my paycheck.
Paycheck, exactly. So, your program provides you a total of $100,000 that pays out for any kind of death to take care of this concern. Okay. Now, Mary, this would give you and your kiddos, you, Trace, Gannon, and Hattie Mae. It would give y'all income every month for 3 years. Okay. So let's do 100,000. 12, 24 for 36 months. Okay. Okay. Now, besides their income, the next thing people want secured for their family is their home. That's exactly why this benefit software is recommending mortgage or rent protection. So your program also includes another $100,000 of coverage for you, Dylan. Now, statistically, if you were to die during your working years, it's not going to be from a health issue like a stroke or heart attack. It's probably going to be from an accident. So this is funded by an accidental death benefit to save you some money. Now, right now with your current job, again, none of this is covered. The next concern that the benefit software found had to do with your children's future education. Now, most families I see tell me that they want their kids to at least have the option to go to college. And statistically, the biggest thing that would prevent the kids for not going is the loss of a parent, okay? Or even both of their parents. So the benefit software is giving you $100,000 for the college fund, which breaks up evenly per kid. Okay. Now,
Okay.
also included is a special $10,000 life insurance plan for all your kids that are under the age of 18. Okay. This plan is really, really amazing. When they turn 21, they can actually convert this to 5 times that amount, or $50,000 of permanent life insurance with no health questions. Now, having this in place may be their key to getting coverage later on when they may otherwise not be able to qualify. So your current group benefits don't provide anything permanent for your children. Another important feature of this program is that if you are diagnosed with a terminal illness such as cancer, you can access half of your freedom of choice and income protection while you're still alive. Okay. So they're providing you with $65,000 for this fund. Okay. And this gives you the chance to put your family in the best situation financially if you get the worst news imaginable. The remainder of the benefit would pay out to your family as a death benefit. And your current benefits don't provide anything like that. So as you can see, they pretty much thought of everything. Now, unlike your group benefits, which you can lose, which you can lose, these benefits are permanent and they're portable. So if you leave your job, if you retire, or leave the union, you actually keep these. In addition, if you are on a qualified layoff, they'll actually cover the benefit for you for 3 months. If you're ever in a situation where you'd have a qualified strike, it's actually up to 12 months. This way, you and your family won't lose the benefits when you really need them the most. Now, by the way, you actually never have to pay that back. Okay, Dylan and Mary, you see why 20,000 groups chose this program above all others, and why more families have our program than any other companies. It's because of the value and the full circle of protection it provides. Now, I mean, Dylan, if something were to happen to you, like a bad car accident, your family would actually get $370,000 tax free for all about 1 hour's wage per week. With your current job, there's no guarantee that your family would receive anything at all. So, Dylan and Mary, if you went to work tomorrow and you had to choose between job A or job B, which job would you choose?
I would have to say job B.
Now, why would you do that if you're actually making more money over here at job A?
Well, just because of all the coverage that it offers.
Exactly. That's what everyone says. It's a no-brainer. Okay. So let me start by saying, let's see. Everyone actually wants the benefits, but not everyone can get the benefits. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Not everyone can get the benefits. So as I mentioned before, I do have to get you qualified first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these questions and let's see if you can qualify. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So has any proposed insured ever been treated or advised to be treated for alcoholism or alcohol abuse, including membership in AA, or been advised by a physician to reduce alcohol consumption?
No.
Okay. Let me share this with you so you can see as well. Has any proposed insured ever used drugs not prescribed by a physician, such as cocaine, amphetamines, barbiturates, hallucinogens, tranquilizers, narcotics, or sedatives?
Uh,
Has any proposed insured ever had their driver's license suspended or revoked because of a moving violation, or been arrested, like driving while intoxicated or under the influence?
no. No.
Okay. Has any proposed insured flown with the last 2 years or intended to fly in the future as other than a passenger on an airline craft?
No.
Okay. Has any proposed insured participated within the last 2 years or intended to participate in any of the following activities? Auto, motorcycle, or boat racing?
Uh,
Okay. Parachute jumping, skin, scuba, or skydiving?
no.
Okay. Has any proposed insured ever been advised to take tests and not done so, or not received the results, being diagnosed as having or received treatment for high blood pressure, chest pain, heart attack, stroke, or any blood or circulatory disorder?
No.
Has any proposed insured ever had or been treated for any of the following conditions: diabetes or endocrine disorders?
No.
Paralysis, epilepsy, mental disease or disorder, or any other nervous system or brain disorder?
No.
Has any proposed insured ever had heart attack or any injury to or trouble with your back, knees, or any of your joints?
No.
To the best of your knowledge and belief, do you have any physical impairments or departure from good health?
No,
Okay. Um, has any proposed insured ever been rejected for life or medical insurance, rated, or failed to receive a policy as applied for?
no,
Has any proposed insured in the last 5 years had a physical examination?
yes,
Okay. Had any medical treatment, like prescription medications?
no,
Okay, been hospitalized?
no,
Is any proposed insured currently a resident in a nursing home or ever been diagnosed as having a terminal illness like Alzheimer's disease?
no,
Has any proposed insured ever had or been treated for any of the following conditions: asthma, emphysema, sleep apnea, or other respiratory disorders?
no,
Ulcer, colitis, or other digestive tract disorder?
no,
Cirrhosis, hepatitis, or other liver disorder, or any blood disorder, or received bone marrow transplant?
no,
Kidney, prostate, urinary bladder, or other genitourinary disorder?
no,
Disease of the breast, uterus, or ovaries?
no,
Rheumatoid arthritis, or any other musculoskeletal disorder? Loss of hearing or loss of sight?
no,
Acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, um, AIDS related conditions,
no,
tested positive for HIV.
no.
Does any proposed insured smoke cigarettes or use tobacco in any other form?
Yeah, it's on dip stuff.
Okay, click that as yes. If a former user of tobacco, when did you quit?
I didn't quit.
Okay. Have you used marijuana in the past year?
No.
Okay. So this program is set up on a once a month computerized deduction through your banking system. Having it done this way actually gains you the discounted rate. So let's see here. Whoops. All right. So your program is actually going to be $135 per month. And this can be handled anytime between the 13th and 27th of the month. What date is best for you?
You said it was gonna be how much?
$135 per month.
And that's per month?
Yeah, per month. All of those benefits for just $135 per month.
Yeah, that's too expensive. We can't do that.
Okay. Um, let's see here. What what part about this? No, you're gonna have to pause it.
Yeah, Hannah, we can't afford that right now.
Okay.
Everything was great. It's too much.
Okay. So I totally get it. Dylan and Mary, the reason this is called the needs analysis software is because it's actually designed to expose your coverage and financial needs. But the goal here is to take care of your concerns without breaking the bank. Okay. So I'm here to help you and definitely not hurt you. Now, job B is just what the software has set up as the basic program for your income. Okay. Now, I know you mentioned that the 1 hour's wage wouldn't actually change your lifestyle and that you would pick job B, right? Without a blink of an eye. Now, just so I can help you out the best way, so you're saying that the $135 per month won't fit in the budget, right?
Right.
Okay, no worries. Dylan and Mary, you remember I told you earlier that regardless of the person's situation, they actually wanted this to be affordable for everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a few adjustments for now, just to get you started. And then later down the road, since you own the program, you can actually make whatever changes to it that you want. The main thing is making sure that we get you in on the program while keeping it comfortable, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So What if we brought this down to $100?
Yeah, I mean that's a little more doable.
Okay. Now I want to be 100% certain that this $100 per month will be affordable for y'all. Remember, we're here to help, not hurt.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. So, like I said earlier, this can be handled anytime between the 13th and 27th. What day would be best for you?
Can you do it like the 15th?
Of course. Yeah. Okay. So because this is a member-owned program and once it's issued, it can't be taken away by American Income or your employer. This is an application process which we started with the health questions. In addition, this will all be signed electronically. So after we complete the application, you're going to receive an email from DocuSign. Let's see, through DocuSign, and you'll confirm the accuracy of the information and that you are agreeing to electronically sign these applications just as if it were your own signature. Okay.
Okay.
So obviously with these benefits, you are conditionally covered from the moment that our call ends. So the first bank draft actually will happen immediately within 24 to 48 hours of the application. Now, your bank might not reflect the draft for up to 10 days. So please make sure that the funds stay in there in order to ensure your coverage. Okay.
Okay.
Your first premium is $100. Okay. So the items that we need to complete the application will be your driver's license, your doctor's information, any medication that you're taking, and a checkbook if you have one, or your banking information, your routing and account number. Okay.
Okay.
So at some point in everyone's life, they actually become uninsurable and would be declined for insurance. Now, this is usually either due to their age, their health, or maybe any habits that they picked up. Now, once you are uninsured, you typically can't get insurance again. If you are approved, there are three possible outcomes. The first, you could be approved standard due to having minor or no health issues. The second option is that we can fall somewhere in between the perfect category, between the perfect health and uninsurable line. Because the groups we work with want everyone to be approved, they create a category called special risk, where the program would be a few dollars more per month. Okay. Now, in
Okay.
this category, you would pay exactly what someone else would pay for the same health profile. Obviously, the closer you are to the uninsurable line, the more the program would be. So think of it kind of like car insurance. Someone with a perfect driving record wouldn't pay the same as someone that had a lot of speeding tickets. Okay. And the third option is the counter offer. They make this offer for someone that they may not have covered in the past, as a last chance to get covered. If the program comes back different than what we discussed, I'll go ahead and call you and let you know, okay, of any changes. If that happens, would the few extra dollars be a problem for you?
No, that should be fine.
Okay. So you actually may receive one or more phone calls asking to review the questions that I've asked to ensure that everything is accurate on your application. In order to approve your policy, the company may need your help in getting additional records, maybe like some medical information from your physician. Okay.
Okay.
In order to approve you, the company may send out a medical professional to conduct a physical exam in the privacy of your home, and that's at no cost to you as well. Now, it's important to be prepared to be responsive during the approval process. You're going to receive an email from DocuSign to sign your application, and we're going to review the benefits so there's no confusion with what you're getting. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now, because of our growth, we're actually currently expanding our operation. So if you know of anyone in between positions, maybe even like fresh out of school or looking for a better career, please refer that person to me. That way I can get to them and maybe explore potential career fit with our company. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then last, if you wouldn't mind doing a Google review for me, and then make sure that you contact your um your family that we got information from too today, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's see, Dylan and Mary, almost everyone takes advantage of this program, just like you, because of the value. And the cost is very small compared to the many benefits. Now, but it's very rare, but sometimes a member actually cancels. Could be a week, maybe a month, or maybe even a year later. And we end up seeing those same people the next service period came about 2 to 3 years later. And they're upset because they're actually no further ahead than they were. Now, most people end up wanting to reapply for the benefits. The problem is that now the program is more expensive because they're older. Or worse yet, some people can't even get into the program anymore because they had changes in their health. Now, the point is that it's not a short-term fix, okay? This is a long-term solution. And the longer you're in the program, the more valuable it is, okay? So this $100, if this $100 is uncomfortable for you, let's go ahead and fix this now, okay? How does everything feel?
It feels good.
Okay, so I also want to emphasize again that the first draft is going to happen between the next 24 to 48 hours, but your bank might not reflect it for up to 10 days. So I want to make sure that we're good on that first draft and that the money will be there. Okay, and if there are any issues, this creates a lot of headaches for both of us, and it reflects poorly on me because it makes me look like I pressured you to doing something that you didn't want. So we're good on that first draft.
Mhm.
Awesome. So please make sure to keep this important program in place for your family the next time we see you, and you're going to be really happy that you did.